What about the Mile High Club?
I don't think it's real.
My bollocks.
No one's able to shag in those jacks. Even the business class jacks are fucking tiny. I can barely get both arse cheeks into so there's no way I would be able to have sex in an airplane tile.
I reckon skinny fuckers. Neil would do it.
Skinny.
Neil, do you reckon you'd manage to...
Only skinny people can join the Mile High Club.
It's got to be. Neil.
I would give it a go.
If you had a...
How would you get away with it?
Hannah, if you had
That's the thing, though.
a partner who was of similar build to yourself, slim.
Yeah, you'd want some balls. Everyone's going to know what you're at. You'd probably get a couple of high fives on the way down.
I don't know. If you, like, on those long haul flights now, going to Australia or something, and during the bit where the lights are off, firstly, I'm asleep, so I'm not taking much notice.
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching Love Hate, are you really watching the jacks?
So you'd have to, like, you know...
One of you go first.
Yeah, Neil would go in. He'd stay in there for a couple of minutes.
Then his partner
Then his partner would
do
just
the
walk
secret
up.
knock.
Yeah.
He'd let her in. They'd do real quiet sex. Like, I reckon the noise wouldn't be the thing because you got that you got that airplane hum going on. And you just whisper in her ear all that weird, like, yeah, can you feel my big energy? That's the spirits. Neil giving her all the
Yeah.
chat, right? I'm Neil,
Yeah.
Neil the Wintern.
Neil the Wintern, yeah.
Giving her all the... First of all, you've got to go doggy. And you're both standing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got
From
to be.
behind. Yeah, it's got to be from behind.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
And then, same thing, you wash your hands. And then
Of course.
one of you come out, and then the other one has to stay in there. And now, if there's someone outside the jacks waiting to go in,
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're caught.
yeah, well, are they going to dob you in?
Yeah.
No
If
way.
they're American, they're dobbing you in.
No way.
It's
lad.
the rules.
If I caught
It's like
someone,
romping in the Tyler, rompy pumpy.
would you report them?
No, like, but
I wouldn't either.
I'd be wondering where they finished inside.
Oh.
It's like, she worth to wear a condom, or leave it inside her, whatever. Maybe she's on the pill. Maybe they're trying to
Johnny,
conceive
you can't stand in the way of
of
fucking.
human
It's
reproduction.
natural.
It's just natural.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I think you'd be. If you were to report them now, you'd be some arsehole, I think.
What do the air stewardesses?
What are they going to do?
Yeah, but what do they say? Like, do they come down to you and be like, "Sir, you cannot have, like, in front of everyone, you cannot have sex," and then why are you just sitting there going, "I'm a fucking legend."
Maybe, yeah.
I reckon if anyone was going to try it, it'd be you. Is that a challenge?
If she was up for it, I'd be up for it. Oh, I don't know. I'd be afraid.
Lad, you'd be disgraced. You'd fuck my career down the pan.
You wouldn't
for
be
you to get-
disgraced.
Yeah, you would. Front page in the newspaper. Fucking
Johnny B joins the Mile High Club.
two Johnny Star caught in romp on fucking Ryanair. Ryanair romp.
I wouldn't be doing Ryanair jacks now.
They're too small, is it?
They'd be too small now.
Well,
You wouldn't get away with it in Ryanair. They only have one toilet front and back.
Yeah.
Have to be a long haul flight. Have to be a big flight
Okay, so we're talking Aer Lingus.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you might get away with what are the other American crowd to give out the free beer. Everyone be drunk then.
Yeah. I reckon you could do it in a long flight. Like, also depending on the airline. Emirates are one of them. I wouldn't chance it.
You get
See,
to
that's where
Dubai, they fuck you up, yeah.
Yeah, it's where they're from. They all have different rules. We're like, you know what I mean? Norwegian airline, 100%. They're going to be easy going.
Who were the crowd we flew with the first time? And we were so drunk when we got to JFK, I couldn't get the suitcase off the fucking conveyor belt. I couldn't believe it. It was like, oh, I can't think of them now. They are American. It's not American Airlines.
Or Delta or one of them.
Delta, that was it. And your one came down and was like, would you like a drink? And I was like, no, you're grand, thanks. Like, we'd had a few pints now in New York. This is our first ever time leaving the country as the two Johnnies.
From
like,
Shannon.
yeah, in like 2017, yeah. And we're like, she was like, I was like, no, thanks, I won't have a drink. She's like, they're free. I said, yeah, I'll have one, he'll have one as well. And then, like, she was wore out, God help her. Said she needed new soles in her shoes from coming up and down and giving us beer. When we got to JFK, I swear to God, I was just getting dragged around on the conveyor belt with the suitcase. I couldn't. I hadn't the strength to pull it off the belt. Like, I think a lad had to give me a hand for a finish. Like. We were lit.
Oh, it was like somebody going skiing up a mountain and you hold onto the rail. You know,
Yeah.
the cable thing pulls you around. So I reckon it's not that big a deal. Like, if you heard that, you know, someone whose music you like, Lewis Capaldi, what if you heard him and his girlfriend were doing it in the jacks of a plane? Would you be like, oh, I'm not listening to him anymore?
No.
Wouldn't bother you.
Yeah, but, yeah.
You know what I mean? Neil?
I don't know. There's still going to be like a general populace that are just going to like look down their noses at you.
Ah, me bollocks. Come on, Maura, get in the ring
It's a bit
here now.
disrespectful.
Hang on,
is
Maura,
it?
Maura, what's your stance on this?
I just can't imagine anywhere unsexier to have sex than the jacks of an airplane. Like, you can't get into a good position. It smells. There's weird lighting. You have to be quiet. I don't know. No. Yeah, like, I think maybe for some people they think, oh, it'd be a bit of a kink to get off on that, but no, I'd rather nap on the plane, to be honest.
Lads, I think we have a new thread of correspondence coming on here.
Mile High Club.
Mile High Club correspondence. I want pilots getting in touch. I want air stewardesses getting in touch. I want people who've done it and joined the Mile High. And don't make it up trying to be a fucking legend.
Richard Branson said he joined the Mile High Club at the age of 19, before he was a millionaire.
Jeez.
It's in his autobiography.
He's fucking skinny though.
He is skinny. Here's one for you. In a survey in 2010, 9% of Americans
Lied.
claimed to have had a sexual encounter in an airplane seat. It's got to be like a hand job or something. 17% said in an airplane bathroom. 5% with a stranger on an airplane. And 3% with a crew member.
My God.
Did you ever
Incredible.
feel like an air hostess was being flirty with you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
They're just really
Unfortunately,
polite.
I feel like shit now.
They're just
Oh,
really,
come on to me.
They're polite. Air hostesses are really polite and they're like nice to you.
Mm.
I did not think 3% were having sex with passengers.
3% of the people surveyed who are probably liars.
Yeah, it blows my mind.
I can't wait to see the correspondence on this. If this is actually happening. Around
One
the
for here now. Pilot and engineer Lawrence Sperry and socialite Dorothy Rice Sims have been described as the first people ever to engage in sex while flying in an airplane. It was in New York in November 1916.
That's 16.
That's
Jesus
why
Christ.
I'd like to be in the Guinness Book of Records. Imagine that as your claim to fame. First lad to ever have sex in a plane. It's class.
That is pretty good.
It's already been done now by Lawrence Sperry and Dorothy Rice Sims. We're never going to make it.
Is it legal?
It depends on...
I just had to ask that because, like, if you're breaking the law, then you're going to get in trouble for it. Like,
It depends
you are personally.
on
I am not taking responsibility.
where you are in the world, where the company, where the airline is from,
Right.
where you're landing.
Okay.
It's all different rules.
Okay, so if British law was applied, I'm looking at something here, for example, it could lead to a maximum 6-month term of imprisonment.
I wouldn't.
I'm telling you, lad. Do you know what the problem is now? We've discussed this on the podcast. The next time someone meets us on a plane, they're going to be shouting like, oh, joining the Mile High Club, boys, hurry. It's like, this is it now. This is it. Every time we're on a plane.
They're going to be watching for us.
Yeah. We've been out with. So, like, the only hope we have is that Neil takes the mantle.
Yeah, you got to do
And,
it.
right, Neil, all next week, book yourself on flights. Want you
And
over and back.
Eyeing up strangers.
Yeah.
5% of them will ride you.
Look, we need to do an actual study here and see if the 3% of air stewards.
You put me in one of those fancy boots, I'll do it, not a bother.
It's not happening, lad.
No.
It's not happening.
Next week, we bring our brand new topic, our brand new piece of the podcast, Keeping It Neil. We're going to find out if Neil can join the Mile High Club. He's just flying Cork to London 4 times a day, over and back.